A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. Time for a much-needed and much-welcome diversion. The NFL is back. Here we go, Week 1. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. Carry for Dalvin Cook. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Dalvin Cook, the ball carrier.
Dalvin Cook's best game of 2019 came against these Packers. It was in Week 2 early in the season, but he had 154 yards and a touchdown on the ground, though his Vikings actually wound up falling 21-16 at Lambeau. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. From the gun, here's Cousins. Bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. Back deep is Tavon Austin. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 27-yard line.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. Solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Made at the 36.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Rodgers going to throw. And that'll be complete to Dillon. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
4 yards.
And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the 1st.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
Now a first down carry by Jones. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, 60 yards. And the Packers have taken the early lead. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football. All right, when you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out.
10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They went 3 and out on their first drive of the new season. Not an ideal beginning as they start drive number 2, first and 10. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here, first and 10.
The 39-yard line.
Now Cousins. Complete. Jefferson to target. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings.
The evidence is once again presented why he was such a top target at LSU. And Justin Jefferson carrying that over to the NFL. He's what a lot of people call a natural pass catcher. What I love about him is his ability to play the ball in the air, and at the moment of truth, go up and take it from a defensive back. This guy is smooth.
Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. Just shy of midfield. Cousins sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to keep it here. And he's got this down to the 35. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock is going off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Now a run with Cook. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Cousins hands to Gallup.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
From the 30 on second down, Cousins looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick, and he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out first and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. He's got the lane, and there he goes.
Let's get that swagger,
y'all. Packers. Aaron Jones, 76 yards. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
Fielded in the end zone. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Justin Jefferson with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Vikings get the quick strike touchdown. Dan Bailey now for the extra point. And his kick is no good. It's an early miss. We'll see if that has any ramifications later here as the afternoon wears on. Back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
Their catch made at the 25-yard line. The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well.
A gain of 17 yards.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a pickup of
After one, 14-6 our score on EA Sports.
6-yard line.
2nd and 7. Rodgers, and they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Snap comes at 1. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Good catch by Marquez Valdez-Scantling, and that's something that his teammates needed to see and something he needed for himself. They call him MVS, and they want him to become an MVP type of a receiver. Speed to burn. He can stretch the field. They just need him to be as dependable catching the ball as we saw there throughout the season.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Jones. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
On the play. And it's 3rd down.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 19. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
1st down, Green Bay.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Only the Titans converted more red zone opportunities into touchdowns than the Packers last year, and they've got an opportunity here, 1st and goal. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run it in with Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Working from the gun, Rodgers. This Minnesota D up to the task on the 3rd down pass play. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
So on now for the Packers at their all-time leading scorer, Mason Crosby. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And the 13-year man puts it through, and that will extend their lead here to 17-6. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
Sounds like you're going negative on
I
that,
was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3 is just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. On 1st and 10, Cousins. Open man here is Coughlin. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Lets it fly for Thielen. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
That's a tremendous group effort there because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run, Cook. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 35-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Cousins. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Cousins the thrower. Setting up the screen for Cook. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the 3rd down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
And he's going to have a 1st down here. They're also in a field goal range down at the 27-yard line.
Their own 27-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
And a Packer first down.
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers.
Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
Time for a much-needed and much-welcome diversion. The NFL is back. Here we go, Week 1. Taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. First down throw for Cousins. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. A big play there on the first play of the game. 58 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Working out of the gun. Cousins. He quickly get feeling here. And the Vikings are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down.
Goal at the 2-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Justin Jefferson with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Taken at the 15, a short kick.
Tavon Austin on the return. The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up first and 10 at their own 16. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And got his man complete. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Packers.
Rodgers pass complete to number 7.
Devontae Adams, 84 yards. And the Packers have drawn even here with the extra point to come. He's got it, and they take the lead at 7-6.
Makes the score Packers 7, Vikings 6. Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And what is going on here? Are they serious? First down, and they're in punt formation. And this will be touched by a member of the kicking team inside the 20, and it's at the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right? Accelerating, and off he goes. 30, 10, and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Touchdown, Green Bay.
Aaron Jones, 83 yards. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6.
Mason Crosby.
And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
If he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out.
At their own 25-yard line.
And what is this?
In punt formation.
They're lining up here to punt on first down. And this will be covered up. Pretty good result. It'll be down at the 14-yard line.
At their own 14-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here. And nothing but daylight ahead. The 30, 20. A big play there. Rodgers to Adams. 77 yards. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback and his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged, because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one out for a really good strike.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there, because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And what is going on here? Are they serious? First down, and they're in punt formation. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, Rodgers. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. They'll try and run for it with Jones.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. From the gun, Rodgers got a man. It's Tanyan complete. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. It's caught. Jones. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 13 yards, first down Packers.
Packer first down.
They go back to the ground with Jones. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Rodgers now to throw. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Adams. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 26. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first. The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Rodgers. This one complete to Tanyan underneath. And down inside the 15 he goes. 11 more on that one and another first down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
On first down, Jones. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
To Aaron Jones.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Jones.
And the Packers are going to have it 1st and goal as he'll take this down to about the 3.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Only the Titans converted more red zone opportunities into touchdowns than the Packers last year, and they've got an opportunity here, 1st and goal. Now Jones. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, but we're still in the second quarter.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. Can this Vikings D hold up one more time? 3rd and goal. Here's Jones. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
kickoff.
That will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. So some disappointment?
It's funny. We had our conference before the game with the offensive coordinator. And what did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick, right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick, but that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And now a first-time Pro Bowler from the season ago. It's Dalvin Cook. And this will be a Vikings first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And it's pretty evident when you watch how Minnesota plays, just how important Dalvin Cook is to their offense. 1,000-yard rusher a year before, the first one the Vikings had since Adrian Peterson was dominating their carries. And having Cook in the lineup for the bulk of the season, that made Minnesota exactly what their head coach Mike Zimmer wanted them to be. A much more physical team that complemented their defense.
They run again on first down. Cook. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning.
Brought down back at the 36-yard line.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Rudolph on the receiving end from Cousins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 yards on the play, first down.
I love the durability of Kyle Rudolph. He hasn't missed a game for the Vikings since 2014. Always on the field, always contributing. They keep calling him a dependable target. He can be that and more. And remember, in the overtime win against New Orleans in the playoffs last year, who caught the game-winning touchdown? That guy right there, Kyle Rudolph.
Draw play, Cousins to Cook. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Cousins. Incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. To throw, Cousins. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. offense ready to get their next drive underway. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. From the gun, Rodgers. The left side completion to Jones. And he's into the clear. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And, yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Now Crosby for the point after. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points.
The score, Packers 27, Vikings 6. Mason Crosby.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing is Cousins. And a double team, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
This one complete to Tanyan underneath. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Balled at the 26, 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun, Rodgers. And Nelson's got it here right side. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Shotgun, it's Jones. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Rodgers. This is caught. And he'll be out of bounds. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. Only the Titans converted more red zone opportunities into touchdowns than the Packers last year, and they've got an opportunity here. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Touchdown. Aaron Jones in the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers add 6 to their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we
coverage, it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jackson. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
by
the time we have to leave the booth.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Throwing is Rodgers. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Adams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. Operating from the gun, Rodgers. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. From the gun, Rodgers. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. 7 yards on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 37-yard line.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
A gain of 15.
When we see another great performance like this out of Aaron Rodgers, you have to chuckle thinking that his only FBS offer was a walk-on at Illinois.
And now he's the pride of Butte Junior College, of course at Cal. And I remember watching him play at Cal, and he would run 7-on-7 drills. angry if the ball ever hit the ground, and it didn't do it very often.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21.
Ball carrier.
It's Cameron Dantzler who got him down.
Maybe a little bit of a surprise to people that A.J. Dillon was selected by the Green Bay Packers, but I see the logic. This is an almost 250-pound running back who had a great showing at the Combine, running nearly 4.5 in the 40-yard dash, and his ability really shows up as games wear on. And then in the cold weather of Green Bay in December and January, how many defensive backs will want to tackle that big steamroller when he gets going downfield?
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times. You can't give up a 4th one. And on that play, they were able to make the stop.
And you knew they were going to go to him to try to get that 4th.
And why wouldn't they? It's not just getting the 4th. He's the hot hand, so to speak, right? The hot feet in this situation. And he knows how to find the end zone. That time, he just didn't get there.
The quick slant caught. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Devontae Adams. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Packers continue to roll. Extra point try now for Crosby. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
41, Vikings 6. Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out.
10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. From the gun, here's Cousins. And the third interception thrown by Cousins. Kevin King with a pick. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Now Crosby for the point after. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Makes the score Packers 48, Vikings 6. Mason Crosby to kick
So
off.
they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out.
10 at their own 25-yard line.
Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
On second down, Cousins again. His pass is intercepted for the third time today. Kevin King with a pick, and they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
47-yard line.
They'll run on first down. It's Jones, and they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
Jones, the ball carrier.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Again, it's Jones. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
So many times someone's success is the product of a lot of things coming together really well. And for Aaron Jones in 2019, it all came together for him. He stayed healthy, was on the field for all 16 games, got handed the ball 100 more times last year, and as an end result, broke 1,000 yards in a season rushing for the first time in his career.
On first down, Jones. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
A gain of 2.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And a short gain here, down to the 22. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's third down.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. His throw caught right around the 6. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
First and goal.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Now Jones. And the Packers are going to have a first and goal as some good running there gets him down to about the 2-yard line. Knock it on the door. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be second and goal.
Brings up second and goal.
From the 2 now, second and goal. They'll try again with Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown.
Green Bay.
Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Packers are pouring it on. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and Abdullah will not try to bring it out.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Cousins. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
First down, here's the run with Cook. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Play fake. Cousins. And my goodness, another interception. Kevin King with a pick, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They'll go again to Jones. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Now Rodgers. Forced out to his left. He's got Adams on the hookup. And they move this all the way down to the 9. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. Only the Titans converted more red zone opportunities into touchdowns than the Packers last year, and they've got an opportunity here, 1st and goal. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Robert Tonyan was the one he was looking for, but it'll be 2nd and goal. from the gun. Rodgers. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. The 40. The 20. 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Now Bailey to tack on the extra point. And this time he gets it to go as it is up and good.
Makes the score Packers 55, Vikings 13.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
At the 25-yard line. The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this has been quite a performance to kick off the new year on the road, no less, as they try to finish things off here in the fourth quarter. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively.
Gain of 2.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Rodgers looking to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now Rodgers. And Adams has it complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
Yards on the pickup brings up 2nd and 2.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
1st down, Green Bay.
And again, it's Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Extra point try now for Crosby. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
It's the score, Packers 62, Vikings 13. Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Looking to throw on second down. Cousins. This one brought in by Jefferson. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Today's final score.
Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. What they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every